recording in OBS, and I am starting recording in Audacity.
Excellent. Depp is recording. Riggs is
I'm
recording.
Yay!
Clap. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And the delay in Discord is why we do it.
That's right. That's right.
Welcome, challengers, to Battleground of the Gods, a Smite podcast. I am your host, Depp Nation, and joining me today we have Nevaeh03.
It's me, but I'm invisible.
And Riggs.
It's me, but I'm visible.
Listen, guys, I thought they said rum.
I thought they said come.
Oh.
You need to get your eyes checked. Because
I noticed there was me and Nev were gone last week. I noticed there's a distinct lack of sex jokes and Smite talk.
There was an okay amount of Smite.
Is that a coincidence?
I mean, you weren't here, so.
Yeah, that's true. I did. Part of the reason why I wasn't here is because I did buy a car. It's awesome.
Oh, what car did you get?
Thank you.
No, let's hear it. I want to know.
Got a 2012 Chevy Equinox.
Okay.
Yeah, it's my biggest purchase in my life. My baby life.
He paid the new price for it.
Oh yeah. My old car died in December, so I've been borrowing my family's car for a while, and let me tell you, it's not fun.
No, I did that, and my family car did not get near the gas mileage that my old car got or my new car got. So
I've been driving around a 1999 Ford F-150, and let me tell you, that thing gets maybe 70 miles to the gallon.
Yeah, that's rough, buddy.
So yeah, I went from that to like 32 miles to the gallon. So
okay,
we're chilling.
Equinox.
So what about you, Nev? What was your excuse?
I was not feeling well. That's why I was not here.
There you go.
Are you feeling better, Nev?
I am. It took me a few days to get over it. I started feeling more like myself, I think, like Wednesday this week.
I'm over this sickness. I'm just done with it.
I'm just
out
over
of
it.
here.
I
just decided on, you know what, I'm sick of
this.
it.
Decided to feel better.
I don't want it anymore, so I got rid of it.
This might sound real stupid, but I do that actually. I don't get sick very often, and when I start to feel it, I'm like, I just tell my body, I'm like, no, we're not doing this.
Why didn't you tell your body that before that drunk lore episode?
Oh, I did. It just didn't work that time. My body was like, nah, fuck you, we're doing this. And I was like, all right, I guess we're doing this. So
unfortunate.
Right. So as Riggs mentioned, we're a Smite podcast.
What?
2.5 minutes in, Fro's not here. Let's talk about our Smite games. Nevaeh03.
I've been loving the new custom mode options. I rocked out some custom games last week with the viewers over on my stream. We did learn a very important lesson. I set it up at the top. I said, you know what? We should only do random god selection. But there were a couple of members that were like, no, I want to play what I want to play. And then they went super tryhard and nobody had fun. So we're not doing that anymore.
I think random pick's the way to go.
Yeah,
for
no,
sure.
we've
also, and I mentioned this last week. I don't know if you've listened, Nev.
I have not had time. I'm sorry.
You need the team captain a little bit better and take a look at people's levels. And maybe know who's on the sticks and who isn't, so that you don't have a team full of sticks versus a team full of keyboards.
What I usually do, and it's been a while since I've run the in-houses. What's wrong, Riggs?
It's just he just casually pulls out a big ass mason jar.
Yeah, no, I've got everything. I've got 3. I've got
a coffee mason jar with water. I'm assuming.
My can of Coke. Diet Coke. I've got my coffee. And I've got a mason jar of water.
Okay. Just checking.
The Discord. We go.
Yeah, the overlay does not like it.
No, not one bit.
No, it had been a while since I've done in-houses, but what I used to do was only random gods, and I would also randomize teams every time. So it wouldn't be the same people on the same side all the time. So yep, that was on me. I should have done more random team generation, but I did say after that one try hard game, nope, we're not doing that anymore. Only random gods. If you don't like it, then you don't have to queue the in-houses. Because nobody has fun if one team is trying really hard and then the other team is just memeing, you know?
Can confirm.
Yeah, I think you gotta set the rules ahead of time. Like, hey, we're fucking around, or like, hey, we're doing this. Like,
Right.
And
I
this is
mean,
for the
you
decide
need to
who's the
remind
best.
no fire giants or
Yeah. No, and
This is to
once
decide who's the best of the Nevea 03 server.
Right.
once we did lay down some ground rules, like it was random pick only, it was cooldowns runneth over rules, but on the Joust map. And I said, don't touch fire or bull demon or whatever it's called over there on the Joust map. 5v5, random pick, cooldowns runneth over on the Joust map was a lot of fun. And we ended up
You know what we
bopping a bunch of
didn't
those.
do is pick different maps, like because there
No,
are.
I did.
Oh, did we?
Yeah, I did that
It was
on-
all Jade when I was there. I thought.
I did,
So-
well, you came in later, but we also did them in Arena and an Assault.
I meant like the different joust.
Oh, different
maps.
Joust maps. Yeah, we could rotate
Yeah.
between the different options on that as well. I'm picking up what you're
Yeah.
putting down. I like it.
There we go. Okay.
But that was majority of my night on last Friday night. And then I got super sick and didn't feel well and didn't play Smite for like 4 or 5 days. And then I streamed. So let's take a look at the stream games here. Mode of the day. Apparently I got Thor and went 15 and 18. I don't remember that game.
Nice.
I don't remember that game at all. Oh, okay. So I logged in. I did try to log in because of the birthday event is happening right now. So I tried to log in every day and get some logins for the birthday event to unlock all the stuff. So you have to play one game every day. And what was it that happened that I was just like, I have to check my history. There was something that happened on one of those days where I was just like, this is why I don't solo queue Smite anymore. I'll have to look around and figure out what it was. But other than that, we played some games last night, Dep Nation, and there was a couple.
We did.
There was a
There
couple
were
of games
a
you
couple
wanted to.
notable mentions.
There's a couple of
first
games.
off,
Yeah.
First off, we need to talk about the assault where we ran it the fuck down.
Oh yes, the one where I was like, this could be a bot G record. We won that game in 6 minutes.
Yep.
6 minutes. We made 2 of the teammates on the enemy team rage quit at 5 minutes.
Oh yeah.
And then we just killed Titan. Yeah. I got Ho Yi. I went 12 and 2. Dep Nation was on Thor, went 1, 2, and 13. Tank Thor. We had Wild Irish on Uller for the first time and went 4 and 2. You love to see it. We had Spooky on Alpwash, getting blessed by the Assault gods, getting Alpwash and Assault. Went 2 and 0. And then Daniel 1 and 2 on the Baron. I mean, we had a pretty fantastic team. But when you look at the roster on the enemy team here, you've got Erlong Shen, Olerun, Apollo, Kleena, and Bastet.
Yeah.
They had a lot of physical damage, but they also had a lot of attack speed and a lot of like pressure that they could have
Auto
applied.
attacks and like big zoning. They had a great setup potential.
Yeah, but then the Apollo didn't buy any items.
The Apollo, yeah.
I don't know what was going on with the Apollo.
That was something. I mean, also, so going Tank Thor, the Oleron had ulted at one point, and him on the Erlong Shen like turned on me, and I was like knocked up, basically, just like zone, like not zone, but like locked down. Yeah, I was locked down for essentially the entirety of Oleron ult, and I came out with like over half health. It was a big feels bad for them. I don't know if their itemization was bad, but we ran it down and destroyed the enemy team.
I did find the one game that I kind of wanted to have like a very brief salty Smite moment. So this was one of my solo games. I got Morrigan in Assault, and I was like, okay, this is fine. This is fine. Some re-rolls on my team. I don't really remember what we had, but I do remember that as soon as the game started, one of my randoms on the team was like, we don't have any front line. We don't have any front line. And I was like, it's okay. I'm Mori. I can ult into their front line. So that's exactly what I do. Pretty much the whole game is I ult as Jing Chen.
Yeah.
And get at least 2, if not 3. If not, I think I got a quad of their not a quad kill, but like four of the enemy team members into my Jing Chen ult as Morgan, and threw them at my damage dealers, including an Anubis. And did they do anything? Did they kill? No, they didn't. No, they didn't. And then we lost, and I got pinged a bunch, and they were like, if you had ulted as anybody else, we could have done something. And I was like, you complained at the beginning of the game that we had no front line, so I ulted as a front line, brought them to you. All you had to do, Anubis, is press 4 while I was in my ultimate and kill them. But you just stood there and complained about there was no front line and that I should be ulting as anybody else.
There's no excuse for them as damage dealers, but also I feel like I do this a lot as Sobek. I pick members from the enemy team and throw them at my damaging teammates, and then they complain, "Why are you throwing them at me?" And they run away. So, yeah,
it's really frustrating.
Random teammates are frustrating. Yeah.
So I finally found it. I went 3, 4, and 4 as Mori, basically exclusively ulting as the Jing Chen. Wait, nope, this is the wrong game. Just kidding.
Different game. Yep.
Just kidding.
I feel like I've heard about this game before.
Oh, maybe I talked about it last time.
Potentially. It's not. I mean, I feel like you get praised though for not being the unsung hero of your team, right? You're taking it upon yourself. You're
I get this all the time.
We don't have a tank. I'm gonna use my Morgan ult, which is like 160-second cooldown, and I'm gonna play somebody that's not fun like Jing Chen, and I'm gonna sacrifice my ult to try to be a tank for you guys, and you guys aren't gonna do shit. Like, I mean, at that point, I would have never ulted.
Pretty fun. You go hop, and then you spin around.
Jing Chen is so boring. All of his abilities are so long.
Yeah, no.
They do,
I mean, it does happen quite a lot though. It's really frustrating. And then like I'm like even if I'm not, even if I do get like a front line, I'm gonna W key at that enemy team, right? Like I've gotten less scared about going into the team and walking up and doing that. Whether or not I'm on a tank or if I'm on a mage or a hunter, I'm less scared. I'm pushing W a lot more than S these days. And I know you're proud of that. And I'm proud of that too. But
very proud of that.
It's frustrating because it's like you're gonna complain that there's no front line, and then I give you the front line and you're not gonna do anything about it.
Yeah. Imagine that, Nev. I know you play a lot of backline. Imagine that, Nev, but just the entire game, and you're just playing Jing Chen the entire game, and your team is just not doing. Like, that's the experience of frontline right there. If you get like a rando team that's just like refuses to cooperate with you, like that's what it's like the entire fucking game.
Oh no, I know.
It's
because
so
another
bad.
one of the nights that I solo queued again for one of the dailies, because like I said, I was super not feeling well, but I was like, I want the birthday stuff because it'd be looking clean this year. So I log in to just do one game and then log off for the night. But yeah, no, all my randoms on this one team, I would just load it up in arena and they all pick damage dealers. And I was like, okay, I guess I'll be a tank. And I built like I played Chalk and I built him very tanky, and I was just going up in and doing my ult and doing all this like damage for what little bit I could do because I was building so tanky because we had no front line. And then they're yonder. They're yonder.
They're yonder.
And I'm like, what are you doing?
I've gotten to the point where if I solo queue into a game like that, like an arena / whatever, and I get 4 insta lock damage dealers, I don't even bother playing a tank. I'm like, nah, we're doing this. Like, I want to have fun as well. Like,
okay, all right,
I don't.
I'll do that this time then.
Yeah, because like at that point, you're not gonna have fun playing the only tank. Like, it's gonna be.
There was a game where it's like
experience.
3 people locked mages, and I'm like, all right, I guess I'm that asshole who's also going to pick a mage.
Well, I mean, I'll still try to balance out the damage, but like I'm not playing like if I get like 2 hunters as assassin mage, I'm not playing like a guardian or a warrior. I'm playing something where I want to have fun because like
that slaps,
yeah,
like Freya.
At that point, I've conceded the idea of us having a front line, and I'm saying, all right, we're just gonna have 5 damage dealers and hope we can frag.
I'm gonna land some picks,
yeah. I don't know. It's just been rough, and maybe that's on me. Maybe I should try and LFG and see if people want to party up, even if I'm just playing one game. I don't know if I can solo queue anymore. It's very frustrating.
Either that or just start looking out for yourself. Like I said, just start playing the shit that you think is going to be fun.
Playing the stuff I want to play, and then mute the first person that's like, we don't have a front line.
Don't even try to like help your. Like, I'm not saying don't try to help your team, but don't try to meet the requirements of we need a tank. No, fuck that. Nobody else wants to pick a tank. I'm not gonna be the one that sacrifices my fun to.
Yeah, I'll be like, no one else wants to pick a tank. Look at my history. Every time that I'm on a team with randoms and I pick a tank, we lose. Is it me? Maybe, but it could also be you.
Right. Yeah. No, absolutely. Absolutely.
It could also be you. But back to not solo queuing. We've been having a couple of fun nights on the stream with the group. I did do a bunch of Joust yesterday before other people started rolling in. We played some, I think it was like 4 or 5 games of Joust in a row before people started joining up in the queue. I got to play Anubis, went 4-1, played a Poseidon, went 6-1. Played AMC, went 2-5. That one was a little rough. It was like
sounds like Nev's ready to be the magic carry in some ranked joust.
I think I want to go back to playing some ranked joust. But honestly, what one of the highlights of last night's stream is we met a very nice random. It was me and Gactyl playing some joust queues while we were waiting for some people to join into the queue, and we get this random in our first joust game. And they were super nice and just super positive and just being like awesome. And so I was like, hey, you want to party up? And they're like, yeah. So we party up, play another one. That's when I played the Poseidon, went 6-1. And I was like, hey, all right, look, I don't usually do this. I don't usually self-advertise, but we are currently streaming right now and we are having a giveaway. So if you want to come hang out, here's where you can go. They joined the giveaway. They played a couple more games with us. Super nice. Just big shout outs to Wheelie, or as I like to call, Wee. Yeah, Wee. That was it.
Oh, and I will say, if you join in to Nev's giveaways, make sure you're there to get your prize.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
do you say that?
Nev, did you go through 3 or 4?
3.
3.
I do say that.
Nev, I think you owe me. I think you owe me some skins, Nev. I haven't been there for your last couple of giveaways, but I think
you haven't even entered in the last couple of giveaways. Get out of here.
No, I think I did.
No.
You might have missed it. Yeah, no. I know you miss a lot of my messages I send in chat, but you might have missed that one.
That might be Amaranth's chat that you're in.
Yeah, I think you were confusing me with Amaranth.
I should set up a bot. I don't know. We'll probably get into it later because SPL started back up, but there's a guy in Hazer's chat that has a bot set up that anytime Hazer starts a marbles game, it types in like exclamation point play.
Yeah.
So he's not even there to like watching the stream half the time, but his marble's like playing, and like sometimes like I think one time his marble won and he wasn't even there. It's like I want to do that for Nev's stream.
Join giveaway.
But yeah, I think we already talked about that one big highlight was that 6-minute assault game. Was there a different one you also wanted to talk about? Last night?
There was, but this is going to be my games, Nev.
Yeah, I know. This is what we like to call in the podcast business a transition.
That
was a very good transition. Unlike the forced ones that Depp has.
My last game of last night, Nevea 03 stream, queuing the party up for an arena. This
that
is
was
our
the
Uno Mas.
Yeah, this was the sweaty tryhard one after that assault game. I went 8-6 as Guan Yu. Riggs, where were you? Played the crap out of some Guan Yu last night.
No, this was not your Guan Yu game, Nev.
No, I'm saying this was the Uno Mas after the Guan Yu game.
Yes, that is correct.
You're just solidifying that you're a frontline player.
Nev is
the
a
more and more
player.
you say it,
I'm doing it. WQ.
She got pentakill with Al Kwong. That's pretty.
Wait, no. We gotta talk about the Guan Yu game because that was the Kakulin game for you.
Oh my gosh, yes. So the Kakulin War Boy, like Mad Max skin.
War Boy.
I mean, that's what they were called in the Mad Max thing.
I never watched it. I only watched good
third
movies.
auto, he has like an upchuck sound where Nev's impersonating it perfectly.
Can we just like whoever's editing just clip that, like simple out? Yes, take that audio out just for Nev. Yeah, just isolate that.
Like exactly that, and so
attack speed is the answer.
I had some attack speed on me. Which not even like close to capped. I couldn't imagine if I had more attack speed.
I mean, you were close. 2.3 is pretty close.
No, I was 1.8 now.
Oh, I thought you were 2.3. What game were you 2.3? Oh, that was the Osiris. You were 2.3.
That was the Osiris, yeah. 1.8. And it just sounded goofy as fuck. He was grunting like every second and a half. It became a meme. I was like, guys, I'm gonna hoot on him.
I was running right up next to you.
Start auto attacking.
Because I was the tanky Guan Yu, and I was like, I'm here with you, buddy. Let's go.
I don't think I've heard it. I don't think I've heard it on that skin, but he does it. His base skin's pretty bad too. With that, it's like,
yeah,
it's yeah. So I can imagine that.
It was a
hilarious
time, and then because I had the attack speed, I'd actually build up my rage pretty quick. So either I would start diving them or they'd start diving us. And I'd just go on their back line with the full huh energy. Huh. And I killed their Ra several times. Their Kleena was an easy pick. I think we got staggered in deaths.
Yeah, we could have probably ended that game a lot earlier.
Yeah, but I think that's one where it's like, this was a game where we actually had fun.
Yeah.
Even though we lost, you know?
But then we did the Uno Mas.
Although, that was the game that Spooky got a pentakill.
Yes, on Tiamat. Let's go, Spooky!
Yeah.
That was so exciting.
So... That's a fun time.
Mm-hmm.
And then our Uno Mas to end the evening. Nev's like, I'm gonna play something I have fun with. Picks up her Artemis, and I'm like looking at the rest of our team. Spooky's on Xing Chen. Wild Irish and Daniel Storm pick up some mages, and I'm like, okay, front line it is. I'll be that guy that picks up the front line. And I'm like thinking, what's good here? Guess I'll pick a Hercules. Enemy team on the load screen. We've got an Ares, a Nox, a Neith, an Odin, and an Anubis.
You know, your standard sweaty try-hard arena comp.
Listen, they willingly picked Nox in arena.
They did. Unless they were streaming and somebody used their channel point redemption to make them play Nox.
It's a big unless. It's a big unless, and I'm not going to gratify them with that excuse. We proceeded to Uno Mas the fuck out of this game.
It's true. Popped off.
So I think one thing that helped us a lot is right in the beginning, I think people underestimate how slow you actually are. Like, you don't have the leveled up movement speed just yet.
Right.
And so as Hercules, I just plucked the Anubis and dashed him back.
And I put a trap under him. And then he died real quick.
He died super fast. And I'm like, well, that's the first blood. And I run back to base, heal up. And I'm like, oh, hey, there's our talisman of energy, guys.
We like
Come
those.
out of base. Come out of base. Not even level 5. Full item. Oh. And then there were a lot more plucks happening. And
it was one of those. It was one of those games like, you know, I usually say don't be a toxic asshole in the post game chat, but I really wanted to be a toxic asshole in the post game chat. I wanted to be like, you willingly picked this try hard, sweaty comp, and you lost.
And
you lost.
Yeah. So,
hey, just because you pick good gods in the mode doesn't mean you automatically win. Still gotta play the game.
But I feel like it was their also Uno Mas game, and that's why they also went super try hard.
It could have been a double Uno Mas. Could have been double. Only other thing of note, like Nev, been solo queuing quite a lot, hating it so much because of the teammates I get. We should really stop doing it.
You should DM me or I'll DM you and we'll be like, hey, let's do our one daily for the birthday event.
Let's get our daily in. Played a ranked duel. Went through the bans and I'm like, oh, okay.
Why?
Who's why? Yeah, exactly. That's what happens. Did decent bans, looking through, seeing who's available. Oh, hey, Anubis is available. And my enemy loads in a soul. And I'm like, okay, so this can go one of two ways. Either the soul's gonna roll me, or they're not. They did not get mannequins, which I think would have been the play for soul. Or even the arrow.
Why would they not get either one of those? What did they start?
Tainted steel.
Huh.
In duel?
Not in duel. Not the play. Not the. I've seen a lot of people even skipping the starter item and then getting like Boombas late. And I could see even against Anubis skipping and still getting the next level tainted steel,
like later,
the breastplate or the corrupted amulet or whatever it is. But later,
yeah, you don't get that as a starter.
Save that 700 gold as like a half item or something.
Why?
Yeah, right. Why did they... between Toxic Blade and Divine, you get 100% anti.
Exactly. Why even do Tainted Steel and Duel?
Yikes! Big yikes.
Did you win?
I 2-0'd the soul. Soul surrendered.
Hell yeah!
Hell yeah! I did. I did twice the amount of damage, and like they built Pestilence. So they had protections. The only pen I had was Spear the Magus and Anubis passive, but apparently that was enough to where they just weren't able to keep up.
I also really like the way you open that up. You go, yeah, I was solo queuing. Anyways, yeah, so I queued some duels. Like,
queued a duel.
You're solo queuing.
Listen,
wait, hold on. Where's the trifecta? Where's the Ganesh game? Where's the Ganesh game?
Hold on, gotta check my receipts. I think there was one.
Jesus.
6 days ago. A solo queue Ganesha. Or no, this was Assault. Someone rolled Ganesha, and I'm like,
likely story. Likely story.
Yeah, they just happened to trade me the god I wanted.
No.
Yeah.
Here's the thing.
In a random game mode, I happen to get the god I just love playing. 120 gods or whatever. Yeah.
It was Assault. I had rolled our healer as Cupid. I am notoriously horrible at Cupid.
All you gotta do is throw the heart stone.
If you look at my tome, I have like an 8% win rate on Cupid.
Oh God.
I've won a single game.
Now I want to know what my lowest win rate is. Hold on.
I have won a
can we take a guess?
Yeah.
You want to take a guess? Yeah, sure.
Yeah, it's got to be some.
It's an assassin.
I'm assuming
it's an assassin.
Oh,
well,
yeah.
Okay. Wait. When we usually do this, how many games minimum? Because you can't just be like, oh, you've only played once.
I think
10.
I think I've got like 12 with Cupid.
So
let's
12
games.
12 games. My lowest. Go ahead, guess.
Can we get the class?
It is a warrior.
It's a
Oh,
warrior. Okay.
Vamana.
I think it might be Arthur.
You are both wrong. It is Tyr. I have played 12
Ooh.
matches, and I've only won 2 of them.
Oh, yeah. You might not have played 10 matches on Arthur.
My highest. Anybody want to take a guess at that?
Cuckoo.
It's got to be a low game again. It's probably like you played like 10 times and like probably won like 8.
25.
Oh, shit. Can we get the class?
Also a warrior.
Ooh.
So
Is it
wait, hold
Guan?
on. What stat are we looking at, Nev?
Win rate.
What stat?
Highest win rate.
Okay, win rate.
It's a warrior. I'm saying Guan.
Nope.
Damn. All right, Deb.
It's a warrior.
Deb's doing his research right now.
It's a warrior. I'm pulling up the warrior list. All right.
In 5.
Mulan.
4.
Mulan.
Oh.
Nope.
She
Amma.
didn't even know Mulan had 3 levels of ability.
Shut up. It's Amma, by the way.
Rama.
Nice.
Amma.
Oh, Amma.
25 matches. I've won 17. That is a 68% win rate.
Be like all those filthy Europeans and say Amy.
My actual highest is 71.43% on Camazotz.
How many Camazotz games?
7.
Yeah.
That's why it doesn't count. But
Okay. Since we're doing it now.
yeah, we're doing
it
it now. It's
That's,
happening.
Guess Depth's worst
Lowest
god over 10
over
games.
10 games. Can you give us a hint? Like I gave y'all hints. What's the class?
Hunter.
It's a hunter. Is it Cupid?
It is Cupid. 12 matches, 1 win, 8.3%.
Oof. What's your highest?
Highest over 10.
10.
It's a warrior, I believe.
Warrior. You verify that?
Verified.
Okay, it is a warrior.
36 matches.
36 matches on a warrior. I'm gonna say, ooh, what warrior screams Dep Nation? What warrior screams Dep Nation? That's a question.
I'm thinking like a Wukong maybe.
Not Wukong.
Not Wukong. No. All right. I'm gonna say Hercules.
Not Hercules. It's super funny. We have Cucullin.
See, I thought Cucullin, and then I changed my mind. I should have kept
69.44%.
Nice.
Nice.
Nev, I have to stop playing this god. And I have to stop playing Raijin. 13 matches, also 69%.
Nice.
I know mine. I know my highest at the top of my head. I'm looking up my lowest. So you guys want to guess my highest? It's a warrior.
Is a warrior.
It's a warrior. Shock?
No.
Damn.
I'm
gonna say King Arthur.
Also not it. It is Horus. That was because I literally hated playing Horus, but I had to grind him to get all the Warriors diamond.
Right.
Oh, and I think I was like spamming him.
He's just
I was like spamming him in like an arena and stuff, and I was winning like every single game. So like I literally pretty much won like every game to get Horus
to get him diamond. You just got him that fast. Okay.
My tome isn't working and my smite gear isn't working, so I don't know my lowest.
What is your exact player name? RIGG.
Riggs with 2 eyes.
Riggs with 2 eyes.
Yeah, because Riggs with 1 eye is taken, and it's an account that's like level 6 from like 5 years ago.
It says you're in the lobby right now.
I am in the lobby. I'm looking at my history.
Win rate.
Because I couldn't get those things to pull up.
Highest. Nope.
It's gotta be. It's Horus, right?
No, it's not. Over 10 games, your highest is actually AMC at 71%.
I can never play AMC. What the hell?
I don't know.
21 matches, 20 matches.
20 matches.
Where's Horus at? Is Horus up there?
Horus is number 4. You have MILF as number 3. But
here's your next one.
Hell yeah, MILF.
MILF is number 3, but she's under 10 games, so she doesn't count. And then number 4 is Horus at
Chernobog
70%.
after that with 10 matches exactly, 7 wins.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
I don't play hunters much, but when I do,
check the spot.
Yeah, the lowest. We got.
That means I can guess my own.
Yeah, Riggs,
I don't
Riggs,
fucking
guess
know.
your worst
Yeah,
god.
right.
It's
Can
here.
we
We'll
get
give
a
him a
hint?
hint. It's an assassin.
It's an assassin.
Oh.
What's an assassin I never fucking play?
I mean, this kind of goes hand in hand. with
It
your
makes
best.
sense, honestly.
Yeah.
Fucking, I don't know. Arachne?
No.
Set.
Is it set?
Yeah, it's set.
Set.
I also don't play set that much. So that makes
15
sense.
matches, 33.33% win rate.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
I mean,
I
listen,
need to play
that's
set
still
more.
better than my 8% on Cupid.
I need to play set more. It's a fun god.
Well, I accidentally swiped left on the god performance here and it wound up in the history, and I see some green and some conquest wins.
Riggs, tell us about your games.
Yeah, if I'm being honest, I don't remember any of these games.
Okay, you went 10-1
Like
as
the specific-
Ratatasker. You want to talk about that?
I'm looking at the games. I just don't remember anything that happened in these games. All I know is that I have finally I got the bug. Me and Trevor, we were sitting, we were talking in Discord, and I think it was my idea. I was like, "Hey Trevor, that ranked queue is
Gross.
it's right there."
Gross.
And so yeah, me and Trevor we've been on the ranked grind a little bit here and there.
I see.
I think I'm in plat right now. I think I've only lost one game.
You and me, Nev, we can do it.
Joust.
Rank conquest, by the way. Yeah, rank conquest. So yeah, I think we're in plat, both of us.
Okay.
Or I don't know. I think we might be in gold,
You're
but
in
we're
gold.
queuing into plat.
Yeah,
Okay.
you're in gold,
Yeah.
but you're queuing into plat.
Yeah, that's what it is. I always get confused by those because it's like it doesn't know where we should be at yet because we haven't played that much rank. So it's like you're gold, but we're gonna put you into plat diamond matches. I was like, okay.
Well, it's like
And,
it calculates MMR and
yeah,
you
and
know,
like the
ranking,
TP and all that you get.
TP and same thing, yeah.
Toilet paper.
So
Charmax?
I've only yeah. I've only lost one rank game. That was fun. We had an oh, I do remember that game actually. Okay. So I was solo, I lock in Camazotz, and I
Solid.
think Trevor kept on getting forced into support, which is if you know Trevor, it's funny whenever that happens. He goes, "God fucking damn it!"
Mm-hmm.
At the lobby.
Yeah, we were just in a chat with Trevor, and he was talking, and I'm like, I can't really hear what you're saying. You're mumbling or something. I'm like, oh wait, I turned them down.
So yeah, Trevor gets stuck in support, and then I remember this good because I think our jungle was like our last pick or one of our last picks, and he goes, "Guys, who do you want, Arachne or Mercury?" And I was like, I didn't say anything, but me and Trevor were talking. I was like, "Can we just not have either of those?"
Right.
And then our mid laner goes, "Give me a pick Arachne. Mercury sucks." And I was like, "Really? Like you would really rather have an Arachne jungle on your team than a Mercury?"
That's so
okay.
Yeah.
And then I mean the game went as you would expect. The Arachne wasn't that bad early, which is what you would expect, right? That's kind of the only point in the game where having Arachne is
like rush the early
not
game
the worst.
and hope you stomp them into a surrender. I think.
Yeah, but that game ended up going 37 minutes, so it turned into a 4v5, and our Arachne went 5-13. So we did lose that game. I do remember that game now. So yeah, I don't know how much I'm gonna grind ranked. I get into this mode every year where it's like
you kind of
come around to it. Yeah, I come around to it. I'm like, all right, I'll play ranked. I usually get to diamond pretty easily, and then it's like, all right, how much do I hate myself once I get to diamond?
Because once you get like a decent ranking, then it really is like it becomes a fucking grind to try and push to where you think you should be.
Because I know for a fact I can get to masters. It's just like, do I want to
play the amount of games that it takes to get into masters?
Yeah. Because I usually get into diamond pretty easily. Like I'm sure if I queue a little bit more this week, I'll get into diamond.
And it really is like just queuing enough games.
That's when it gets to the point of like it matters who you queue with, what time you queue.
Yeah, I don't want to mess with any of that, honestly.
I remember last year,
Masters Joust. We got this.
We can do it. Let's do some jousts. Let's do some sweaty tryhard jousts.
Yes.
I remember last season I queued a game of ranked in like the middle of the day on like a Saturday or something, and I got like Sino on the other team, and I got like somebody else. And I was like, all right, well, all right. And so that was an experience.
But
So
here's the thing
know,
also. Here's the thing also. You're gonna at some point end up with shitters on your team if you play during crowded hours.
Yeah.
You know? Like
that's true. Well, and then I mean I kind of limit myself on who I can queue with because there's not many people in bocce that do queue ranked a lot like this, and so it's just kind of me and Trevor. Not that I don't like playing with Trevor,
we do have ranked channels, don't we?
Yes.
We do.
Yeah, ranked Conquest comms and ranked Just comms.
I guess we can make a ranked duel, and you can just sit in there by
yourself with like a music bot.
Hell yeah, guys, we got this.
Yeah, so we'll see. I might grind it up. We'll see how much I end up hating myself. Basically, is what it comes down to. When I get into diamonds, that's usually what I say is how much do I hate myself and want to go through that process. So, yeah. But I actually have been having fun playing ranked with somebody. It's always fun in the beginning stages to queue. Yeah, in like the beginning stages when you're getting placed, I think it's fun to queue with somebody and just kind of see what happens because every one of those games is just a wild card game. Like you don't know who's in there,
you don't know what you're
gonna get.
Yeah,
some might say it's like a box of chocolates.
Am I gonna get someone with 700 MMR or 1700 MMR?
Yeah, it's like the wild west in there. It's fun. It's a real fun experience. Let's see. As I'm looking through my history, I honestly I don't remember a majority of these games. I do remember this Fenrir game. I played Fenrir and Slash. Yeah, it was one of those
good
ones,
in Slash. Slightly tanky Fenrir with a pen build, and then you just ult people into your team, and then you could also pressure down squishies.
It was one of those games where it was the Uno Mas, and I was like, all right, I just want to speed run this game and get it over with. So I picked Fenrir, and they didn't really have anybody on their team to like deal with me. And so I ended up going 20-4.
Yeah.
The game was over in 15 minutes. I'm pretty sure one of their people left. I want to say.
Woof.
But it was like what Nev was talking about, where you have a team of like 4 squishies, and then the one person's like, I guess I'll play a tank. But they played Hercules, which is not really the best tank to like be the only tank on the team with.
No.
Tell that to Dep Nation last night.
No, we had a Xingchen.
Oh, never mind. Sorry.
Yeah. So they're the other 4 people on their team. I mean, I was a dog. I was a dog, and I was hungry. You know,
dog.
And I was just eating.
What the dog doing?
I think. I don't have the dog this weekend.
You know what I realized? If you're the shark skin, you turn into the megalodon.
There's a shark skin.
There is.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I guess I don't pay attention to skins that much.
Nev,
so maybe
Nev and I were just playing Sea of Thieves, so I've got Megalodon on the mind.
We're gonna play again after.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, I think that'll do it for my games. I don't remember them.
So, well, yeah. you know what just happened, and you're likely to remember some SPL.
Oh yeah,
good.
And you're the SPL guy, Riggs. So you are the SPL guy. I think I made a light comment on the kickoff tournament. No, not is it the kickoff tournament?
Yeah, the kickoff. So the kickoff tournament happened.
Hold on, you said kickoff, and I thought you said K-Kona, and I was like, what?
What?
The K-Kona.
The K-Kona turn off or I don't know. Keep going.
So I had briefly mentioned it, and I felt like a lot of the teams were like either memeing or like not really taking it seriously. Is kind of the gist I got from it.
I mean, you gotta make it fun and interesting, right?
That's all you needed to do is just briefly mention it because that's pretty much nothing happened.
Yeah,
it was a pointless. I mean,
and it's unimportant. It's there's no stakes for anything, right?
We can go on and on and on bitching about the format and why was there nothing on the line, but I mean, people have already done it. They've already torn it apart. There's just no reason to dive into it. It happened. It's out of the way now.
Yeah.
The one thing I do want to mention though is something I think is really funny. Because we're starting to see it now that as of today, it's Saturday, so SPL happened on Friday, and it's currently happening right now. The bar I'm watching, Hazer, is flopping around everywhere doing whatever, so that's something's happening. But Something I think is really funny that the casters kind of poked fun at yesterday, and I think they have continued to today, is part of the reason that the teams didn't try last weekend in that tournament was a lot of them were saying, we don't want to give away our strats that we're hiding for when the games count. We don't want to, show too much, blah blah blah.
I mean, to make the
And
tournament count for something. That
well,
easy fix, like.
I mean, that's one argument to it, but my favorite thing now is now the games actually mattered starting yesterday with this is actually like week 1 SPL. The games, there's like these wins and losses count. Is I think the Kings were probably the biggest proponent of that. Genetics was like, where the Kings played like Arachne and like they did stupid shit during the tournament. Like they did not try at all. Variety literally went like 3-16 and like the games he played. Like he was just running down, like he didn't give a shit.
Right.
And so the Kings played yesterday, right? And so literally in the pregame, they're like, all right, I wonder what secret strats the Kings were hiding now. And like, because now it's like said you had all these secret strats you were holding back. So what's going to happen now? You better come out with like some insane thing. And guess what? The Kings lost their first set. So it's like, wow, where were those secret strats? Was one of the secret strats they pulled out was the Captain Twig played Bakasura jungle. And guess what? Didn't do shit.
No.
I think one of the strats was also playing exactly what the Leviathans played the week before.
Well, and yeah, that's the funny thing too, is the Leviathans on the opposite spectrum, right? They're like, we don't care, like we're gonna play what's good. Doesn't matter if the tournament counts, like we're gonna treat it like it's practice, whatever.
Right.
So they played what was good. They ended up winning the tournament, and guess what? They won the set yesterday because they played the exact same shit. Like,
yeah.
So it's a weird kind of back and forth of like I was gonna bring this up as like a discussion topic of like. Because I know, Nev, you have some comp experience. I have some comp experience. I feel like it's kind of common sense, though, like with that, like it's certain gods in the game just do certain shit.
Certain gods are good.
Like the only strats like are, I feel like the only strats that you could hide are like how you're gonna play the map, right? Like where you're gonna send, like where you're gonna start the game, like
where you're starting, where you're warding,
like,
what your rotations are looking
early
like.
Gold Fury, or
but like picks and stuff, like people, like if you play, let's say, for the example I'm using,
picks and bans are gonna go one way. You're either going to target ban somebody out or just ban away what's good.
Well, it's like for instance, I'm gonna use AMC as an example, right? Because AMC is getting a lot of play this weekend. If you're gonna pick AMC, guess what AMC is really fucking good at? Killing frontline, because his Stinger now shreds prots, and you ult the frontline, and guess what? They're dead. I don't think it's a fucking secret
run away
when you pick AMC. When all of a sudden you see an AMC go, oh, what are they gonna do? What strat are they hiding? It's like it's pretty simple, like what they're gonna do. Like, you pick like a Fafnir. You're like, oh, they're gonna ult around an objective and they're gonna do the objective. Holy shit, what a secret strat! Like,
what a secret.
I don't understand.
I did not see that one coming.
Picks aren't like secrets. No,
I don't get that whole thing. Like, I feel like all teams could have taken that tournament a little bit more seriously. Like, I feel like I feel like the Bolts and the Leviathans had the best take on it because they've talked about it since then, and they were like, we basically just viewed it as like
practice.
A little bit more important scrims. Which is exactly what it should have been, since there's nothing on the line. Like, just go into it. Pick what you want to pick what you think might be good, what might be fun, play it. If you win, you win. You don't win, whatever, it didn't matter. Like,
what's the worst that could happen? We lose.
Yeah,
right.
But now I think it's going to be held over those teams' heads, the ones that were like, we don't want to pick anything that's good because then it might be a strat. So now it's like, anytime that team plays, it's like, all right, where are your six strats you were hiding?
I really hope the casters meme on them for that.
Oh, they were yesterday, yeah.
Okay,
literally,
good.
in the pregame, they were talking about before the Kings set. They were like, well, Genetics was very adamant that they were gonna not play anything, like they were gonna hide stuff. So we're hope today we can see all those hidden strats they were talking about, and
yeah.
So
because Trelly's casting, right?
Yeah, Trelly is casting. I was gonna bring that up too. So Trelly, this is his first. He's been doing SCC kind of like warm up. He did the tournament, but yeah, yesterday was his first full SPL broadcast. I think he's really good. I think it's a cool addition. Obviously, we'll miss aggro, but I mean, I think this is probably the best they could have done with a replacement so far. He's been in the scene forever. He knows a lot about the game. He's
and
really well
he's a
spoken.
popular streamer. Yeah, he knows a lot. He knows even like strats, being a Masters player.
Yeah,
right?
he's really well spoken too.
Oh.
Were you watching yesterday when Hindu Man started with him and he was like, "Oh, it sounds like you've got this," and then he just like puts his headset down and then Charlie just starts casting for like 2 minutes by himself.
Yeah, I was gonna say that too. It's cool. We got Hindu Man yesterday.
We did. I didn't know if it was gonna be an April Fool's prank. I was like, please don't let this be an April Fool's prank, because he tweeted.
It was a prank on Charlie.
Well, he tweeted. Yeah. He tweeted yesterday morning, and he's like, "What if I cast today?" And I'm like, "Please don't be a prank, please." Right. And then he did that. Where he was on the mic for like 10 seconds.
Yeah, he was like, "Hi, I'm Hindu. All right, you got this. Charlie.
You got this." And then he put his mic down. I was like, "No!" But then he came back and casted the set. So
can we also mention the prank video?
The new battle pass coming to Smite.
The Neath battle pass.
Yeah.
I lost it with the Ratatasker part. That I was eating lunch when it dropped, and I almost spit out my food from laughing. Yeah, that was really funny.
The weird, like it jumped off of the branch or whatever. It's like the like that weird ass pose.
Not gonna lie, the AMC skin, not bad.
Not bad. Yeah.
Not bad.
The Agni one made me laugh.
Oh.
But no, like, really, it was just the Ratatasker that just killed me.
Yeah.
I like seeing all the old April Fool's ones too, because I forgot how many like things they've created for the April Fool's.
Yeah, they do it every year, and it's also it's just so cool.
The Chimera, I think that was the first one, right? The Chimera was the first April Fool's.
Was joke. It that? Was it I think it might have been the Minotaur, wasn't it? Like the April Fool's.
Yeah, I thought it was the Minotaur.
Oh,
they did like a whole like, you know how they used to do those God release things where it's like they go over the kit and shit. Yeah, it was like the Minotaur was one of them. Minotaur. It was like, yeah, it's like one of his abilities would just like end the game.
I love it though. It's awesome. Not just with Smite, but with other game developers and communities or companies doing April Fool's pranks that are like wholesome but also really funny at the same time.
Yeah.
My favorite was the Dream Deity one, where it's like the thing for Dream Daddy.
Yes.
But it's like the Dream Deity. It's all like the Smite gods.
Yes.
And like their little,
that was a couple years ago. I remember that
things.
one. That one was funny.
So you watched it yesterday, Nev, right? YouTube Dev? Or have you seen?
I did not watch yesterday. No.
What do you think of the new graphics, Nev? Because that's something that's changed too. They got a whole new graphics package. I'm not talking about the.
Yeah, no, I know what you're talking about. We talked about this a little bit in the casters chat for AGL. I don't like how small the font is, and I don't like. It's basically like a Discord icon for the picks and bans. Like, it's so small, and there's so much open space. So, actually, in the Olympian Discord, the one that's open to everybody, that you can go and like talk to the Olympians if you have any questions or concerns or anything. Somebody actually made a mock-up of what I feel like is a better version, basically like the splash art that they were using last season, and you just elongate the box and you just put up borders in between each section, and I don't like how small the bands are either. I don't know. It's just like a lot of the stuff is really small for how much space they have on the screen.
It's really like minimalistic, yeah.
I mean, I like the text, I like the colors and everything. I really just don't like the pick icons. I think they should go back to the splash art for those.
I'm actually really a big fan of it. I do agree that some of the stuff is a little bit small. Maybe it needs to like get bigger. If you haven't seen it, Depp, I would try to. I don't know if you could Google it.
I was gonna say, Nev, do you have a link?
It's basically like everything's really dark, and it's like a neon-y like approach to everything, and it's like everything's like circular, and like I think it looks really cool. I do think that they need to make some changes to like as far as the font needs to be a little bit bigger and more easy to see. But like I think it looks really clean. I like it a lot. So that was a big change they made this year, because they do that every year. They change up the graphics and the fonts and everything to spice it up for the new season. I really like this version of it though.
Okay.
I'm trying to find, because they put in there the the original or like the main one that they're doing, and then kind of like the mock-up redo. So give me 1 second. I'm trying to find it as I'm vamping, so we don't have a bunch of dead air as well.
They also did a April Fool's one too, where it was like a notebook, and they literally like went into Microsoft Paint and just like drew like starting in like 5 seconds. It was like Leviathans versus Kings, and it was like a third grader did it in like MS Paint.
Oh gosh,
it was awesome. But so yeah, while Nev's doing that, I'll talk about SPL a little bit more. Like,
yes, please. I need to know.
I would say,
other than like
much.
what's obviously good, what is there anything like groundbreaking that teams are doing that like let your enemy team gather up all of the flowers and then you just steal it from their obelisk?
Yeah, there's a lot of milking going on. Not as much as there used to be, I would say, because they have nerfed that a little bit here and there, like small chunks here, small chunks there. But it's still pretty important to go and milk and get some juice.
Yep.
All right, sorry, real quick. I just put in there what it currently looks like, and then I have the mock-up coming as well.
Okay. Yeah, that's very minimal.
I think it looks really good. But
I like the mock-up better. So you see like the splash art instead of like basically the essential like Discord icons is basically what it looks like now. And then just have borders, like a small border in between each pick, and then to separate the picks from the bands at the bottom, because the bands are kind of smushed in at the bottom. But I like the center part. I like the top part.
I was gonna say I like having that roster in there. I think
that's been there for a while, but yeah.
Well,
yeah, that's been there. That's
it wasn't
showing just a different screenshot
on the other one. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
But I like the splash art. Bring the splash art back. I don't like these little tiny Discord icons, and the text is really hard to read, especially if you're on mobile. That's usually when I'm watching SPL is when I'm at work. So.
Yeah. I think they've fixed it since then, but I want to say, because they debuted this during the kickoff tournament, I'm pretty sure, and there was a moment where somebody locked in Izanami, and the like where they cropped it for the Izanami picture was literally just her boobs.
Well,
like,
okay, but look at the
another thing.
Well, look at the original one. The Erlong Shin icon used to just be his shoulder.
Yeah.
So like in the original picks and bands shot that I put in chat there, the very first pick on the left side is Erlong Shin's shoulder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That needs to be.
If they're gonna use those, they should just use the icons they use in game.
Exactly. If you're gonna do the small minimalistic icons, then use like the actual icons.
Make them squares and use the selection icons. Yeah. Kind of how the bands are.
It just feels like a waste of space. Like they have all this real estate essentially, and it's just very like if you're gonna keep it at this style, make the text bigger, make the font bigger, because it looks really weird with how small it is. But that's just me.
Yeah, I think there's a happy medium to find in between, because I do like some of the things that the one you put in has too.
Or I guess. You can't decide how fast people pick them. I was going to say, if you want to go with the small circle, maybe have them flash large on the screen and then it reduces
and then reduce down. Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be fine too.
This is great for the audio listeners.
Yeah, right. Sorry, audio listeners.
That's a tough one to try and vocalize. Awesome.
Especially if they don't watch SPL too. It's like,
oh yeah, gotta love it. Gotta love it.
Well, I'll breeze by the SPL. There's I mean, because it's still going on, so like not much has really happened.
Right.
I will say, there is a new team this year. If you haven't followed SPL, the Valkyries it's the same. It's still the Valkyries. It's just the roster is completely different. So there's no more EU ping players. It is the Winter Dogs from the SEC qualified into the SPL.
Good.
So it's some names you might recognize is Wowie and Aquarius. They've been in the SPL before. Everybody else on that team's a rookie. Kirmi is on that team. I know Nev and Rick maybe have some affinity towards Kirmi.
Yeah.
Kirmi's in the SPL. Wasn't he was in the OCL, right? Back in the day?
Yeah, OCL. I think he also did some stuff with the org that shall not be named. because I think that's how I met him, was through the org that shall not be named.
So shout out to Kirmi. Kirmi's actually in that second screenshot you put in there. That's Kirmi. Shout out to him. So yeah, the Valks this year, new team, same name, new roster, obviously. Yep. Everybody, the good thing about SPL this year is every single player will be in LAN.
Yeah.
There will be no ping issues, no visa issues.
Just mental ping diff, you know?
Mental ping.
Yeah, there's no visa issues this year. Everything's got all figured out. The only one was that Big Man Tings wasn't there for the play-in tournament because he was back in the UK, but he was able to get back before SPL started. So there's no ping issues, no ping, no visa issues. Everything's good. Fair level playing field this year.
Excellent.
So that's great. Last year was, I don't want to say boring, but it was unfortunate circumstances for a lot of those teams where it was kind of, you knew that they were fighting an uphill battle from the start because of, connection issues, ping issues, all that.
Yeah.
So it was almost like you didn't even want to watch those sets because it was just like you knew that it wasn't going to be great to watch.
Right.
So no more excuses this year. Should be fun.
No
so
more
far it's been pretty good to watch. Well, I don't mean it in they obviously had a fair excuse, but it should be a lot better to watch this year. So far the games have been really good. There's been a lot of 3-game sets, which is good. Currently we are watching Kings versus Bolts. Kings just won game 2, so it's going to a game 3, like I said. So a lot of 3-game sets, which is good. Not really a ton of crazy stuff happening. It's the first weekend of Smite, just standard shit basically.
But it's here. It's back.
It is here. It is back. I love it when SPL is around. It rejuvenates my want to play the game. Not that I don't want to play the game, but
it just makes things interesting. It makes things interesting.
It makes things fun. When you can see the game played at the highest level, it inspires you to want, obviously not play at the highest level, but it inspires you to want to play, I would say, if you're a fan of SPL.
Yeah.
Obviously, you're not gonna recreate the same results, but
it's been almost 3 months since SPL. Let's go! I'm so glad it's back.
Yeah. So that's SPL talk. We'll see. Maybe I'm gonna throw this out there so that way I can hold myself accountable for it. Maybe potentially some type of SPL recap show may potentially happen for Patreon listeners. Without Rick, maybe I can get Rick in. We'll see, but it might just be a solo rigged experience. We'll see. No promises, but maybe in the works. We'll see.
Sounds good. Can't wait.
Yeah. Last week I'm pretty sure Fro and I gave out a new community corner, but I can't recall.
I don't think
we
you
ever
posted
decided on a. We didn't post it. First off,
oh, okay.
Did we ever decide on a god to force into the meta?
I don't think we did either.
I don't. Oh,
wait,
I think
no, we did.
We did. Yeah.
What
did
we decide on?
We did. Well, we didn't narrow it down.
Yeah. We didn't narrow down. We did read off that community corner.
Yeah. We
read it off. Are we ready this week to decide on something to force into the meta?
Ooh.
And then we can officially announce.
Do you want to
the community corner that we should have announced?
I was going to say, do we want to wait until the new patch comes out to announce what we want to do?
We can do it now.
All right. What do we want to do? Who do we want to force into a meta?
Here's the thing. We can have it ready now so people can practice up and then start forcing it when the new patch comes through.
All right.
We want to try to give our own suggestions.
No, I'm just kidding.
Well, Nox support's actually getting played this weekend, so
I know.
Nox support's been happening.
I know. That's why I want it.
It's do we want to say did we ever do what we want to see?
I don't recall.
If we did or not.
But I don't really play a lot of Conquest anyway, so I don't think you should take any advice from me.
Well, I feel like you could do you could set the new Joust meta or something, or the new.
Oh, that's whatever. I guess we don't have to be restricted to just.
Yeah, there's multiple metas. You can set the new Joust meta.
Metas.
You can play some stupid shit in Joust.
I'm trying to think what would be.
I would like to get out of
multiple to pick from.
I would like to get out of the two tanks, one mage meta in Joust because that's getting really annoying.
What would we do different? Double or no? I guess.
Well, if you want, I would try to limit it to like a certain god selection and then go from there.
That's
all right.
fair.
So I'm locking in Poseidon. Nailed it.
Sign's already meta. Get out of here, Nev. Fuck off. Fuck right off with that.
I don't think Nev understands the assignment.
I don't think she.
I understand it. I'm just wanting to do it wrong.
I understood the assignment. Fucking TikTok, dude.
Fucking TikTok.
What's something that's notoriously not great?
Notoriously not great. I mean, let's just think about bad gods, just like in general. Like, who really sucks right now? Like, not just itemization, but also just in general is not good in the game right now.
This is all you guys. I don't play Joust so much, so this is.
I mean, like just gods in general.
Just gods in general that are not good right now.
Arachne, Bakasura. I'd say I'd put Thanatos in there.
Ooh.
That hurts me. I love him.
I'm sorry, Deb, but he's not great.
He's not. You're right. No, I mean, like, honestly, Kleina's just better.
Kleina's insane.
CC's better, and she does more damage. Considering that one of his abilities does percentage of health damage.
Here's who needs some buffs. Kumbhakarna.
Kumbha is pretty dog shit.
Use some shit. And honestly, him having such a long charge up and not really damage, I think that works great into a single tank double damage comp for
Joust.
So Kumba, make Kumba meta in Joust.
Make Kumba meta in Joust.
You guys are going Kumba. You want like a damage Kumba, or do you want like just a Kumba in general? Build.
I think just build cooldowns and just.
I think you're gonna have a hard enough
bot.
time. I think you're gonna have a hard enough time playing Kumba in Joust that whatever you can build.
I'm thinking cooldowns and just be a CC bot.
You probably wouldn't even level your movement speed.
I mean, that's usually how I build Kumba anyway, is movement speed.
It really depends on your team comp, because if your team comp has dots, your 3 is essentially just a slow.
I feel like in Joust, you're always just like with each other, so I feel like your 3 just sucks in general. Like, don't just like never level your 3.
Yeah, no, I mean,
it's not great.
So Kumba overall in Smite is not great right now, but he especially is not great in Joust.
Yeah, I say Joust because you're like always like together doing shit. So like, if you miss somebody, it's like, what's the point?
Yep.
So you guys are going Kumba?
Yeah, we'll go Kumba Joust.
I'm thinking I'll take the responsibility of the Conquest one.
Good.
Okay.
We were gonna ask you to do it anyway.
Yeah, well, I figured I'd just go ahead and do it anyways. Let's do Shiva. I'm just kidding.
Wow.
Listen, if I can't play Poseidon, you can't play Shiva.
You know what would be funny is if I said like do like Serket support, since they just changed her so she's not supposed to be a support.
Oh yeah, that's true. Speaking of Shiva, just real quick, this reminded me of something else that happened. I think it was like last week. I was again a frontliner in an arena, and the enemy team had a Shiva, and he's like CC immune for like 6 whole freaking seconds in his ultimate, and I was the only tank, so I was trying to frontline, and every time he went into his ult, obviously I can't shut him down because he's CC immune. And then the team is like pinging me and telling me to do better. And I'm like, well, what do you want me to do when he's immune for 6 seconds? What do you want me to do?
Yeah.
You should just say, I tried stunning him, he's immune.
The only thing you can really do is get shell or like horrific and lowers damage.
No, they weren't even mad about my relics. They were just mad because I wasn't shutting him down. And I was like, I physically it is impossible for me to do anything right now.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That is the way you shut him down.
He's got the standard knockup. Like he's got good lockdown.
No, I'm just talking about in his ult. Like he's 6 seconds for immune.
His ult is big fuck you energy. Is what it is.
I fucking hate his ult.
His ult is the more and more I've played as Shiva and against Shiva, relics are really good against his ult. Like getting an onk, getting a shell, whatever. Shell is really good against his ult because he doesn't do that much damage in his ult.
But it's
annoying. But if you get shell, you can block like 2 of the hits of the ult.
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
All right.
Or onk if he tries healing.
What are you making meta in Conquest that is not Shiva?
Final decision.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go back to my roots.
Oh.
So, you know,
Warrior
as I
friend.
weaseled my way into this podcast,
Mm-hmm.
you know, whether you want to count me giving Nev and Rick money.
Is it Freya Warrior?
Fuck, you guys got bribes?
I'm not. Oh yeah, I gave them so many bribes. I've been bribing Nev for like 18 months now or whatever it is. I don't know how long she's been streaming, but nah, I'm not gonna limit to Warrior Freya. I'm just gonna say pick Freya. Whatever role you're playing, pick Freya in Conquest.
Gross.
I mean,
I would, except for support. Maybe not support.
No,
But every
no.
He's got the whoop.
Every yeah,
that's
she's
true.
got a whoop.
She does have a whoop. She has a slow. She can body block. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, if baseball is trying to make Arachne support a thing, with body blocking being one of the reasons why she can be a support.
I guess the problem with
I used to tell him that was
late
the problem.
game god, right? Like she's
No.
good with a build. Yeah.
Dude, her build comes online when you get Gem of Iso. That's not late game, dude.
Okay, my bad. My bad, dog.
Breastplate Shogun's Gem of Iso.
Oh, that was
Build
the
is
other
online.
thing. What was that, Thursday night, Depp? I don't know if you were there, but we had a random on our team, and I was Freya. Snow made me play Freya, and then selected my build, which was build whatever our random was building.
Oh, no.
And our random was not aware of the situation. So I had to play Freya, but build like a Baron Sanity.
Ooh.
So just like you only did damage when you had your 2 up, and when you did your 2 up, you did a lot of damage. So. Yeah.
I went 6 and 3 though.
I guess your ult would hit really hard too.
Yeah. Probably.
I went 6 and 3.
I'm looking at Freya. Can we say that Freya's recolor is the best recolor in the game?
I need to pull up Freya's recolor.
It's the Northern Lights one. It's the one where her like armor glows like different colors.
We always talk about the Northern Lights one.
That's a solid.
It's just her recolor. That's so sick though.
Yeah. It's a good recolor.
Maybe maybe that's something we can do in the future. It's like a recolor tier list, yeah.
Oh, you know how long that would take?
For recolors? That's a lot. That's a lot.
That already exists. There's a Deathwalker and Hazer did one like last year. They did an entire skin tier list. I think the whole video is like 5 hours long.
Oh, I could imagine.
So if you want that, just go watch that.
Yeah. Never mind. Bad episode idea. Don't do it.
Yeah, go ahead. Fuck, Deb, I want you to take your idea and just tell it to go fuck itself.
Whoa.
Okay. A bad idea.
Bad.
That was very rude.
You know it's a good idea, Deb, though?
What's that?
Thanking the community.
Thanking the community. We have Sadons who does our thumbnails. Thank you very much, my man. And we have Raging Cajun who does the artwork and artwork commissions. You know who to look out for those. And then we have all of our lovely patrons. Gotta pull up the list. Hold on.
I'm in there somewhere. You're welcome.
Yeah. Yep. Hold on. I'm getting it.
Oh.
Here we go. We have Aereo, Asbestos, Weatherman Keefe, Jade Flagon, Baseball, Griff, Bombi, Danny, Caveman, Neo, Coffin Monkey, CDR Litz, Gilly, Snorlax, Weatherman, Adios, Sir Embers, Cabrojo, Freak, Stoff, Backlash, Sadon, Lantern, Warlord Yo, Bats Kid, Echo Dunk, Doc, Otter Joe, Riggs, Drakon, Glen Wiggle, Granite Boys, Camo House, Void vs. Void, Enbright, Scion Gemini, Batman 7839, Sandman, Aquasoft, Kilowatt Man, I'm a Hater, Mr. Man 77, Colorado, and the Big Red. Thank you all.
Thank you so much.
Whew. Grassy ass.
Whoa.
Oh.
What?
I don't know. For some reason, I just thought of like a dog scooting across a patch of grass.
Ew.
I mean, dogs scoot sometimes.
They do.
Dogs do scoot, confirmed.
Dogs do scoot.
They do.
Dogs
you know what else
scooting.
dogs do? They need to go outside. It's time for me to go do that.
All right, let's get out of here, guys.
Go touch grass.
Yep.
We will see you all next week. Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
Jesus.
All right, I've stopped recording.